To everyone watching this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and today we are going to have a like goal of 1,000. If you guys cannot drop 1,000 likes on this video, you're going to let me know that you do not want more Jujutsu Kaisen content on this channel. This is the most accurate way to determine whether or not you guys actually want to watch Jujutsu Kaisen content. And if you guys really do not want Jujutsu Kaisen content, then I'm just going to make content on another series. And with that out of the way, let's jump right into the video. And it comes to our attention that the most rare and iconic move would be the Black Flash. This technique is what separates the good sorcerers from the best sorcerers. Even some of the most experienced curse users have not experienced the Black Flash, with even one of the most prominent Jujutsu sorcerers, Kento Nanami, who is a grade 1 sorcerer who claims to have pulled off the Black Flash technique due to mere luck. The fact that a grade 1 sorcerer is talking about this certain circumstance being one of the only reasons as to how he's able to pull this technique off should only speak for the difficulty of pulling off the technique itself. And the individuals that can use the Black Flash have an absolute true understanding of the nature of cursed energy. Even with this knowledge, with this experience that others do not possess, it is still very difficult to pull off this technique at will. So you could say the Black Flash technique is something that just happens. It would be only natural for Nanami to say that his use of the Black Flash was mere luck. With that being said, Nanami would not have performed this technique over just a fluke. He is actually being really honest because it boiled down to just luck. Now, how does a person explain the phenomenon that is known as luck? When performing the Black Flash, a distortion of space is created from the impact of cursed energy, which takes place within a trillionth of a second when attacking your opponent, which is actually not even true. Due to the information provided by the anime, a Black Flash would take place 100 times faster than it normally would. This is a prime example as to why you should use the manga rather than the anime if you're going to power scale. Not only do you risk the information being wrong when you're using the anime as a reference to determine which anime character is stronger, but also the information provided can be non-canon. So 9 times out of 10, if someone is using an anime to determine which character is stronger, the information can be inaccurate. With that being said, a Black Flash does not take place at a trillionth of a second. It actually takes place at a millionth of a second. It really just baffles me at how the anime would be off by such a large margin. But that's alright. We'll let the anime beat the anime, and we'll just get the right information out with this video. And so, the Black Flash would take place within a microsecond. And a microsecond would be equal to 1/1,000,000th of a second. To be more precise, this would be equivalent to 1,000 nanoseconds. So essentially, 1,000 nanoseconds would have to pass in order for Yuji to use a Black Flash. And in Yuji's mind, he'd be able to process these 1,000 nanoseconds, and after this exact amount of time has passed, Yuji would then be able to finally execute a Black Flash attack by being able to time his attack and concentrate cursed energy in a specific area after 1,000 nanoseconds have passed. This is why such a huge amount of concentration is needed to use a Black Flash technique, because he has to time when he's going to use this attack at exactly a millionth of a second. The Jujutsu Kaisen anime had simply made the performance of the Black Flash technique seem way faster than what it actually is. And even taking that into account, it's pretty damn fast even then. To help you understand how fast this is, I want you to blink your eye right now. Blink your eye. Do it. Blink your eyes 100 times without stopping. Go on. Do it. Don't hurt yourself. Alright, now do that 100,000 times in 1 second. You see, blinking 100,000 times in 1 second would be the rate of speed that Yuji would move in order to perform the Black Flash. Now, can you imagine how fast that is? To be more precise, Yuji would be traveling at 108,000 miles per hour, which means that Yuji is massively hypersonic. For just an instant, Yuji would be moving at massively hypersonic speeds in order to perform the Black Flash technique. This is why a great amount of concentration is necessary in order to pull this technique off, because it is very demanding in terms of speed and precision, which ultimately explains the significance of Yuji's drool. The minute his drool hits the ground and impacts with the water, the sound of the collision between the drool and the surface of the water lets us know that Yuji is attacking at sound speed. Due to Yuji's perception of time being so fast, he would begin to perceive things slower than what they actually are, which allows Yuji to process everything and attack in an instant. He possesses physical prowess and a fighting sense greater than that of Maki Zenin, and he was given the power of curses. The man, chosen by the Black Sparks. What was that black light? I'm positive that I reinforced my arm with cursed energy when taking that blow. But before I realized it, my arm was gone. In an instant, Eso had lost his arm, and due to the sheer speed in which Yuji had launched his attack, Eso could not process what had happened to him because the attack speed was massively hypersonic. It was something that just happened. So naturally, it would be hard to put into words because things are happening at a speed in which no one else would be able to process except for the user of the Black Flash. Referring back to what Hanami said, a Black Flash user would be put into a zone similar to what athletes experience. This zone would essentially put you in slow motion due to moving so fast that everything appears to be slower than what they actually are, while your opponent would have no idea what just happened due to how fast the attack is. Another misconception that the Jujutsu Kaisen anime would have formed would be the damage of the Black Flash. It is said that the Black Flash delivers 2.5 times the force of a normal strike. So let's say if I hit somebody, I would do 5 damage on them. But with the Black Flash, it would be multiplied by 2.5. So that 5 damage would become 12.5 damage. But once again, this is wrong. The Jujutsu Kaisen anime downplays the damage of the Black Flash heavily. The anime says we would multiply by 2.5. But we're actually supposed to go to the power of 2.5. So let's say I hit someone for 5 damage. Now we take that 5 and put that to the power of 2.5. We would get 55.9 damage from using a Black Flash, which is in a completely different league from what we get in terms of using the Black Flash in the Jujutsu Kaisen anime, which is 12.5. So as I said before, the Jujutsu Kaisen anime downplays the Black Flash technique, and the difference in damage is insane. Now let's say Gojo Satoru can attack for 100. Now let's do what the anime says and multiply by 2.5. We would get 250. Now let's do what the manga says and take 100 and put it to the power of 2.5. This 100 becomes 100,000. So as you can see, the Black Flash does way more damage than you would think. And this is all thanks to the anime lying to you. So if you're debating someone and they're using feats from the anime or they're using any knowledge that they got from the anime, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be wrong. Unless someone is using the manga to support their argument, they're saying nothing but bullshit. This is just one of many examples in which the anime can give the viewer false information. So always refer to the manga when determining how strong a character is. So for the record, the Jujutsu Kaisen anime overhypes the speed of the Black Flash and downplays the damage of the Black Flash. But really, that's all there is to it, because the Jujutsu Kaisen anime was just feeding you guys the wrong information. But other than that, take what you learned from this video and apply it to any debates and so on and so forth. But always use the information provided by the manga.
Especially if some information is non-canon and not credible.